Welcome into this Friday edition of HQ Spotlight. I'm Amanda Guerra here with you. We are now just 9 days away until the Super Bowl. This weekend, if you're curious what's going on in New Orleans, the media is making its way there. Fans are going to start to trickle in over the course of the next week as we get ready for Chiefs-Eagles in Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Now, here's the thing. We know what the fans are going to be doing, right? They're going to Bourbon Street. They're singing along at Pat O's with all their bad voices, and they're going to find out a hurricane really is a terrible drink if you have more than one, so just be advised, stick to one. But what about the players the week of the Super Bowl? What are they up to? How did they get ready? Someone who has been to 3 Super Bowls, winning 2 of them, our very own Bryant McFadden here. B-Mac, I've heard you talk before during Super Bowl week, and you've advised players, like, get somebody to take care of your family and friends because you got to focus on the biggest game of your life. As a player, what is Super Bowl week like for you?
For me, it's about the preparation and appreciating everything you did to get to this moment as an individual, Amanda, and of course, you know, with your entire team. But you don't want the Super Bowl antics everything that comes with the game to become a distraction. So to your point, you know, I kind of delegated my mom to handle a lot of the ticket issues and requests that so many people were asking about in terms of hotel accommodations. I was like, yo, this is something that you need to handle. These are the amount of tickets that I have. And you know you're going, you know my sister's going, my girlfriend who's my wife now, she was going. Everybody else, you figure it out so you can be the bad guy. And of course, like most moms, they're okay in being the bad guy. But it's a enjoyable experience. So for teams like Philadelphia and Kansas City right now, this week of prep was just smooth. You know, you were kind of going through the motions in practices. You were getting more in depth with the mental aspect in terms of film study, and you won't intensify some of the practice reps until you get out to the Super Bowl site. So this week, the final week at your home site, it was easy peasy to say the least.
What about your first one versus your second one? Because these are 2 fairly veteran teams. The Chiefs were obviously here just last season. They met the Eagles just 2 seasons ago. That second one, are you a little bit more calm going into it and really focused on the game more so than, hey, I'm at the Super Bowl?
No question. Very, very calm. The first one's like going on a roller coaster you've never been on before. It's high, it's big. You don't know exactly how to embrace the curves, that drop. You don't know how to embrace it. But when you go on that roller coaster, Amanda, and then you go back on that same roller coaster later, you know exactly, oh, this is the moment. I might need to close my eyes. I might need to go ahead and duck down a little bit. You know how to navigate and maneuver with some of the upcoming experiences. So that's the great thing about having Super Bowl experience, because the first time it can be a bit overwhelming. The second time you kind of know how to handle some of the change of courses that comes with the game better than the first time.
B-Mac, we've talked a lot about each of these teams and what a win would mean for the Chiefs, a historic three-peat, what a win would mean for Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni and this Eagles organization. But what about a loss? Let's start here with the Eagles. If they lose this Super Bowl yet again to the Kansas City Chiefs, what would a loss mean for the Birds?
When you look at Philly, the last 2 teams, right, if they were to lose this ball game, Philly fans, do not jump on me right now. This is a hypothetical. But if they were to lose, once again, you would be like, how can we get over this hurdle? If you're Jalen Hurts, will you be more in that neighborhood of a Jim Kelly, going to multiple Super Bowls but not being able to win it? Or will you be in that neighborhood, yes, I've lost a few, but I can bounce back like a John Elway did during his time with the Denver Broncos? Because the thing you got to look at with this matchup, Amanda, even going back to 2 years ago, and the same could be said about this upcoming ball game. Philly, they're the more talented team. From top to bottom, they're the more talented team. They were the more talented team in the first matchup between these two teams in the Super Bowl. And the same could be said, they're the more talented team right now. So that would be discouraging if you're the more talented team for the second straight time in this matchup and you somehow found a way to lose. So this would be a very, very difficult pill to swallow for Philadelphia Eagles fans, because they believe they have a legit shot. Not to mention when you look at the guy they have at the running back spot in Saquon Barkley and look at the season that he's had.
Okay, that's what it would mean for the Eagles. Not so bad. For the Kansas City Chiefs, look, this is a team, and we've said before that this team's not as good as the one that won 2 years ago when they faced the Eagles. You got a Travis Kelce. Sorry, Jason. We don't know if Jason Kelce's coming. Oh, I did it again. We don't know if Travis Kelce's coming back. If the Chiefs do not win this game, what does it mean for all those guys?
Well, I guess this is first world problems for the Chiefs.
Right?
They didn't achieve greatness in terms of being the first team to have a three-peat in this Super Bowl era. Now, is that a big issue? Maybe for Kansas City, but you know how many organizations would love to have the opportunity to win 2 to get to 3? I mean, the Chiefs, these are first world problems, or these are first Chiefs problems because they've been in this Super Bowl matchup time in, time out. It seems like with Pat Mahomes. So if they don't win, the quest for a Super Bowl three-peat will be denied once again. As you see, look at some of the great teams that had an opportunity to potentially three-peat, you know, they've all missed the opportunity. But for the Chiefs, they are right here on the cusp of doing something no other great team has been able to do, and that would definitely stamp their approval in being in the history book and probably not seeing that achievement match anytime soon.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it takes so long just to win a Super Bowl game, just to get to the Super Bowl, all of that. B-Mac, we're going to go to the promo for our crew that is heading down to New Orleans. I got to ask you, though, we're hearing rumors of a parade in a CBS Sports float. Are you on that float? Are you throwing beads?
I plan on being on the throat. I've been directed to throw beads, so yes, I'm very, very disciplined. I will be throwing beads.
All right. B-Mac, thank you.